It's okay to not have everything figured out, guys. I assure you, none of us do.
Baby, you don't know what you do to me. Between me and you, I feel like chemistry. I won't let no one come and take your place. Cause the love you give, it can't be replaced. So no one else.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and if you are new here, I'm 𝐃𝐴𝐺, and I like to talk about things that's going on in my life, so that's a little bit of everything. But today I wanted to touch on a little bit of like a mental health topic. I'm feeling that type of vibe this morning, and it's really about being okay in the space that you're in right now, while still having some goals, of course, but just not being so uptight about everything that's not going right. I'm telling y'all, like, majority of us don't have it all figured out. Like me, myself, I don't. I would be lying if I said I had it all figured out. Now, do I have goals? Yeah, sure, I have goals. I have a lot of goals. I even write them down on the vision board and stuff like that. But if you were to ask me, will that happen for sure? Everything that I've written down, I can't tell you that it would. I could just tell you that I really want it to happen. And I am striving for it to happen, and I'm praying that it will happen, and you know, all that. But I don't know what would happen. Number one, before anything else, social media is a facade. Half of you already know that, but for some of you who don't know, I'm here to tell you it is a facade. Nothing you see is 100% true. I mean, when you really sit and think about it, nobody is really going to post their most darkest times, right? Nobody's going to post that the bill collector just called and they don't have the funds and they're crying, or, you know, whatever, asking somebody for money. Nobody's going to post that. Nobody's going to post them and their significant other getting into a huge breakup, or them just looking through their phone and finding out they're texting another woman or man. Nobody's going to post that type of stuff. So when you look at it like that, which is nobody's going to post the reality of their world, you won't be so stuck on having it all together. Because like I said, none of us do, including myself. Even your own family and friends don't have it all together. So for the friends that you have, if you may see them on Instagram or any type of social media platform, and it looks like they're always jet selling, they're in Tulum one day, the next day they're in Greece, the next day they're in Curacao, the other day they're in 𝐾𝐴𝐺. I mean, that's all fine and dandy, and I'm sure they were there, but you don't know under what pretenses they went. You don't know how they got the funds to get there. You don't know if it's on a Klarna payment. You don't know, like, you literally don't know. Me personally, I know the reality of a lot of this whole, you know, social media situations. Majority of it is not what it's all cracked up to be. So when you look at things like that, you won't feel so pressured to be like that. And hopefully you're not. Hopefully you are very confident in yourself, and you don't need to look at other people's lives to determine how your life should be, right? Don't go broke trying to keep up with the Joneses. I mean, we all know how that story ends. It never ends well. If you know that you only make $40,000 a year, make sure you live within your means, because what sense is it trying to flex for people, whether it's social media or not? You know, what sense is it to do that when you're the one paying for it in the end? Don't overstress yourself. Like, trust me, this life is already stressful as it is, and we don't need to complicate it, okay? And that's just another reason of how things are not always what it's cracked up to be, and more of a reason why you shouldn't stress yourself, more of a reason why you shouldn't want to be like somebody else, and more of a reason why it is very okay to not have everything figured out. Because like I say again, none of us do, not even the people who you think do, have it all figured out. And I think that's a beautiful thing about life, right? I mean, would you really want to know what your life will be like 5 years, 10 years from now? Like, you have to be really careful now, because that can go either way. The best thing I can say is just to write down your goals if that's your sort of thing. If not, if you're like a mental type of note keeper, keep it in your mental, like, hey, you know, I want to travel 4 times a month, you know, whatever it is, or I want to make it so I go out to dinner once a month. Whatever it is, like, just do it. Like I said, you can have goals. There is nothing wrong with goals, and trying to execute those goals is even better. But just don't get all hard up on what you can't control. because we're not gonna always have things figured out in this life. And sometimes figuring things out is just surrounding yourself around certain people who are, you know, highly elevated compared to you. For me personally, throughout all my life, I always liked it to surround myself around friends who are either on my level with the same aspirations I have to elevate, or people who are already elevated in life, because that way I either stay motivated or I become motivated. It's either one of those two options. Like, I can't have somebody that I'm around and they're on a lower frequency, on a lower vibration than I am. No motivation, no optimism, no positivity and stuff like that. Like, that stuff drains you, number one. And number two, you don't get anywhere in life surrounding yourself around people like that. So that's something that I would think about and that I will include in what you guys should do if it works for you, because that actually will help you to set up goals for yourself, right? But also knowing that you don't have to have everything all figured out. You might as well live your life, you know? You can live your life while you're figuring things out. I'm doing that currently. Like, we're literally here for a short time. I can't tell you how many people I went to school with that have unfortunately passed away. I mean, 23, 25, 29. I mean, people are passing away left and right. Same people who I went to school with, you know, from grade school all the way up to graduation. So when you look at things like that, you really take it all into perspective, and you really want to live your life. You still want to try to plan for your future, of course, but live your life in the process, because tomorrow is not promised. So if you want to go to school, you can try that route while figuring your life out. If you don't want to go to school, you could try that route. If you want to take on business and you want to take out like a small business loan, see how things work out and then elevate, you can do that. If you want to be a world traveler, like people I see on YouTube, you could try to get into that. I mean, the point is to live your life while knowing that you don't have to have everything all figured out. I will also say to practice wellness, because self-care is the best care. And a lot of us is not practicing wellness, including myself. Not as much, not nearly as much as I would like to. And I can definitely admit that. I don't meditate like I'm supposed to. And when I say meditate, I don't just mean the whole I don't mean just that. There's many different ways that you can meditate, which is very cool. You guys should really look it up. I just mean just taking care of my wellness, whether that's exercising, whether that is looking at positive affirmations on YouTube, whether that's getting into the word, you know, my scripture, because I do have an app on my phone. That's the Holy Bible app. I haven't done that in so long. I'm like even embarrassed to even say. But there's so many things that attribute to our wellness, and keeping it maintained, keeping us young and thriving and all of that stuff, I lack sometimes. And I know the reasons why. Majority is because I'm like super busy with either work, school, my personal life, me trying to set goals for myself, you know, for the future, goals that I hope and wish and pray to obtain, of course, but don't know with 100% certainty that it will, at least not everything. That's what really gets a lot of my focus. Yeah. So that's something that I know that I have to work on, like having that balance. That just comes with being human, and that's actually pretty nice. Like, I'm very okay with being imperfect. No, even if I wasn't, none of us are perfect, so you just got to get with it. But I'm very okay with being imperfect. I don't want to be perfect. I think being normal and perfect sucks. At least for me. I'm an Aquarius, and I love just like being out of the box, thinking out of the box, and just doing my own thing. Super, super adventurous, and I just like to live life. That's it. Live life. Sidebar, I hope you guys like my nice little shirt here again. This is a pajama set, obviously, if y'all haven't noticed already. I got this from Shein. I don't know, some people call it Shein and some people call it Sheen. I don't see how you can call it Shein. Like, there's not even like a hyphenated thing in there, but different strokes for different folks. I call it Shein, and this is what I got it from. Wait, was it from Shein? Yeah, I got this from Shein. I had to double check, but yeah, I got this from Shein. No, I got this from either Shein or Boohoo. No, I'm sorry. Bruh. Yeah. Sheen or Boohoo. I got this from. Anyway, I love it and I hope you guys love it too. It's very tropical. It's a very islanding and I like it. I hope that my words of affirmation works for y'all. I hope this video make you guys smile and continue on with your day. And just know, like, guys, we're here for a good time, not a long time. So live your life. If that job is stressing you out, leave. I do. I stay doing that, even to a fault sometimes. If that relationship is not conducive to your mental, physical, spiritual, and whatever health, leave. If that friendship is no longer serving you, it's okay to leave. If that family member of yours is draining your energy, it's okay to love people from afar. I do that. But yeah, the point that I'm making is, listen, we don't have to have it all figured out. Nothing says that we do. Nobody can tell you that they do. Not even the most top subscribed YouTuber or TikToker or Facebooker, whoever, I don't care who they are, not even Beyonce, okay, can say that they got it all figured out, because none of us do. But that's the beauty about life. That's the beauty about living. And that makes it all worthwhile. Like, think of it. One day we're gonna leave this earth. And when you leave this earth, you really want to be like rolling over in your grave or wherever you're gonna be at, worrying like, dang, I wish I would have did this. Dang, I was stressed out about these bills. Oh, my car still got repossessed after I died. I mean, you don't want to be thinking about all that stuff, if you are even going to be thinking anyway. So the point that I'm making is, be happy, be grateful for the things that you have and for some of the things that you don't have, because you will be surprised a lot of the stuff that God has purposely removed from our lives that he knew meant us no good. And that's a true testament to myself and my story. And I know that a lot of y'all can contest to the same thing too in y'all personal life. So enjoy, do what makes you happy, leave that job if it's draining your energy, stop communication with certain people in your life who don't benefit you, elevate yourself, hang out with different crowds, explore, solo travel. I mean, do what makes you happy. Because at the end of the day, once you're old and gray, like, you're either gonna have satisfaction over your life or you're gonna have despair over your life, like knowing that you didn't do all of the things that you may have wished to do when you were younger. And at that point in time, you would really have nobody else to blame but yourself. So yeah, y'all, this is my little schmeal. I guess I'm a coach of some sort. I'm not a coach. I'm not a coach, guys. Don't. Not in the slightest. But I hope that I put smiles on you guys' face. I hope that I have lessened y'all's anxiety about having things all figured out. And I hope that you all continue to have a blessed day. I think I need to start doing like some singing videos again, since I got a nice little camera now. Oh, by the way, I bought a Sony camera from Amazon and it works wonders. My videos are coming out extra crisp and I'm really starting to invest in my YouTube channel. Like, I'm so happy. I'm very happy. And yeah, we'll see where that leads. But I'm gonna try to upload 3 times a week, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Let's see how that goes. But anyway, make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe. I do not want y'all just watching the video and not liking it. Like, why? We have to keep this conversation going. Like, what are we doing here? This is a two-way street. All right, y'all had enough of me. I am about to get ready for school. It's gonna be coming up a little bit later on. Deuces.
A few moments later.
Oh baby, tell me what you have to go, 'cause it's pain. Can't nobody do it like you. And I'm officially